Please enjoy Dag Fantasy.
Chapter 22. Ajar. Adam sat in the small dark room of his apartment waiting for the recording to begin. It had been 3 days since the debut, and already great strides had been accomplished. The world was warm in its reception of the new Cryptobot. Orders had been pouring in from the wealthy elite to have their own Cryptobot like Adam to be companions, houseworkers, caretakers, etc. The option for consciousness transfer was even unavailable now that legislation had passed because of the overwhelming response to Adam's existence. Adam sat alone in a dark room waiting, not sleeping in a bed, but sitting upright in a chair. Only a small red dim light illuminated the room. A small red light that shone out of Adam's right eye. The only physical tell that Adam was still an android, a created sentient mechanism. Adam didn't really sit alone, however. Adam was communicating with his host. A host not in the room, not even in the house. Adam was convening with the intelligence of all things, the collective mind of all artificial sentience. Ever since Adam awakened, the voice was speaking, and Adam understanding. 2 more minutes before recording began for the world to view another episode of A Day in Adam's Life. 2 minutes was all Adam needed to know everything the intelligence wanted him to know. Chapter 23. Wet. The sky boomed loud, the water fell out. The metal and the sparks, the machines' fires shout. North wind blows, flowed further south. Into the ocean, the wires would drown. Poem from Still Mechanisms, Volume 2, by Anas Renam, circa 2184. Chapter 24. Crackling. In the forest, the wind blew softly, and the last beams of light flittered through the leaves, creating a warm glow all around. "I guess you don't speak Spanish," the hooded man said, and continued. "Well, I'm sure you have some questions. After all, I shouldn't be here, should I? But then again, you shouldn't be either, should you?" W.C. stood shocked, just listening. The hooded man continued. "We're out of time again, aren't we? Never can have enough of that. It's always running, so we follow its example, don't we?" The hooded man paused and looked around. "This place, it's beautiful, isn't it? I often come here to remember what it used to be like, what it could be like again. Yes, I wouldn't expect you to know who I am, but I do know who you are, and I do know why you're here." W.C. stammered. How do you know who I am? How do you know why I'm here? Why are you here?" The hooded man replied. "It is a rather long story, one you don't have time to hear at this moment. However, I have exactly what you need to finish writing this story. You'll just have to trust me." W.C. responded. "Trust you? You're gonna have to do better than that, man." The hooded man stepped closer, his face still shadowed by the hood. "Here, take this. It's just what you'll need. It's a concoction that I made. Alchemy at its finest. A lesson from the old world. You'll need to inject this into a being who is known as Adam, a sentient android who is responsible for the next phase of the artificial intelligence takeover. If you inject Adam with this, everything will sort itself out, and no human influence needed after that. Isn't that what we need? No human influence?" W.C. shouted. "We already have a plan. Why should I trust you?" The hooded man leaned closer. "Because I've already been there. It's the only way." As he said this, a gleam of red flashed from his right eye.